The live cost of Optimism is $364,620,161. Optimism cost could go as high as $780 toward the finish of 2024. With a possible flood, the overpowered cost could arrive at a limit of $30.25 by 2030. The speed of exchanges is among the vital worries with cryptographic forms of money. Eventually, this weakness is one of the central concerns with the Ethereum organization. Despite the fact that Ethereum enjoys many benefits, its supposed gradualness and the resulting ascent in gas estimating are its disadvantages. One of the Layer 2 scaling options in contrast to the speed issue that exists is Optimism. The essential precepts of Optimism are that it should be quick, persevere for an extremely significant stretch, be easy to manage, and gainfully achieve its targets. Are you somebody searching for projects that proposition raging velocities while offering ostensible gas expenses? Then, at that point, Optimism can be the one. Look no further as we open the most point-by-point overpowered cost expectation for 2024 and the years to come. Overpowered value forecast February 2024. The Optimism cost exchanged a shut reached somewhere in the range of $2.91 and $3.263 for a concise period, following which the market lost energy and the cost recorded a remedy of roughly 18% in valuation. In the wake of testing its vital help level of $683, the cost showed a nonpartisan pattern for some time, demonstrating a feeble cost activity for the coin. As the instability developed, the bulls recaptured energy and broke out of its opposition level, where it exchanged sideways for the following 12 days. After numerous bombed endeavors, the bulls effectively acquired power, broke out of the opposition level, and recorded a leap of 21% throughout the following 8 days. From that point forward, the cost has been exchanging a solidified reach somewhere in the range of $3.95 and $3.48 and is nearly trying its obstruction level, the result of which is dubious. The MACD shows a sharp ascent in the green histogram, demonstrating areas of strength for an impact in the crypto market. Further, the midpoints show a steady ascent, proposing the cost will keep acquiring esteem in the approaching time. Assuming the market pushes the cost over the obstruction level of $3.48, the bulls will recapture energy and plan to test its maximum restriction of $4.50. On the other hand, on the off chance that a pattern inversion happens, the cost will lose force and tumble to test its lower support level of $3.263 this month. Optimism Value Estimate 2024. The biological system puts a considerably more noteworthy accentuation on practicality. Furthermore, is directed by the requests and limits looked in the genuine world by group, and the purchasers communicate with the environment. Subsequently, Optimism means to integrate highlights like even comparability continuously and develop constantly. This could top its cost at $780. Then again, conditions like an extended bear run could make the expense tumble to $0.90. Thusly, the standard cost of overpowered may be $5.35. Optimism Value Forecast 2025. Optimism's plan approach is made about the image of long-haul supportability and trying not to go for easy routes to adaptability. This makes the task one of the biggest scaling arrangements at any point created on the Ethereum mainnet. Keeping with the mission, the predominant elements could soar its cost to $11.21 toward the finish of 2025. On the other hand, in the event that the main digital money is gone after by bears because of analysis from adversaries and stresses over guideline, the overpowered cost might close the year's exchange at $5.63. Considering the skeptical and negative conjectures, the typical cost may at last reach $8.42. Optimism Value Forecast 2026. As indicated by our examiners, overpowered coin cost expectation for the year 2026 could go between $8.72 to $15.63, and the typical cost of Optimism could be around $12.17. Optimism Value Forecast 2027. As indicated by our examiners, Optimism cost for the year 2027 could go between $13.44 to $9.26, and the typical cost of overpowered could be around $16.35. Optimism Value Forecast 2028. As indicated by our examiners, overpowered crypto expectation for the year 2028 could go between $17.93 to $23.33, and the typical Optimism coin cost could be around $20.63. Optimism Value Expectation 2029. As indicated by our experts, Optimism's estimate for the year 2029 could go between $20.47 to $27.01, and the typical overpowered coin cost could be around $23.74. Optimism Value Forecast 2030. As per our experts, overpowered expectations for the year 2030 could run between $25.88 to $30.25. The typical Optimism cost could be around $28 or $6. We have made a table that incorporates the conceivable cost expectation for a similar token made by other crypto examiners on their individual stages. The objectives referenced above are the typical targets set by the particular firms. Optimism value forecast. In the event that the stage stands to its terms and works easily to give ever maintainability to its clients, its worth could shoot up. Thinking about major areas of strength for its overpowered's most extreme conceivable cost can be sold as $7.80 toward the finish of 2024. On the other side, in the event that the bears assume control over the market, the worth can skip to fall at $2.90 with a typical exchanging cost of $5.35. Key examination. Optimism Overpowered is a Layer 2 blockchain on top of Ethereum. The Optimism establishment is a cause committed to growing the Optimism biological system. Like Optimism needs to form into a completely decentralized, non-benefit public grade. Besides, it gives an engineering that encourages the development and lifespan of public products and is completely subsidized by awards and commitments. A portion of the center highlights of Optimism. Effortlessness anyplace viable. It utilizes tried Ethereum projects and framework to manage previous source code and keep up with the least complex and most straightforward code. Logic with an accentuation on authenticity and propelled by the prerequisites and constraints of its group and individuals communicating with the framework, Optimism endeavors to iteratively foster items. Supportability to extend the framework, it utilizes hopeful rollups and the Ethereum agreement motor. In this way, the standard of long-haul maintainability fills in as the establishment for Optimism's plan approach. What is Optimism? Optimism is a Layer 2 L2 Ethereum arrangement zeroed in on effortlessness at negligible expense. The open mainnet of Optimism was laid out in December 2021 after it was first declared in June 2019. Optimism utilizes Ethereum's power agreement strategy, which could be until Ethereum changes to a proof-of-purpose POS approach in the later piece of 2022. With more than $300 million in TVL, Optimism is additionally one of the most conspicuous scaling choices for Ethereum. It is home to 35 conventions, the biggest of which are Velodrome Velo and AM, Uniswap Unia DEX, and Synthetix SNX. By associating the organization to their MetaMask and traversing coins like ETH to the L2, clients can begin their mission on the organization. Has committed a group of master experts to cover the conceivable crypto value expectation and summarize everything in one spot, only for you. Is Optimism a wise speculation? The convention has serious areas of strength for supporting it and a few state-of-the-art mechanical characteristics that could make it stand apart from rivals. Notwithstanding, being another task anticipating its future moves is difficult. What will be the value of Overpowered toward the finish of 2024? Optimism cost could arrive at a limit of $7 to $80 toward the finish of 2024.